Okay, good afternoon, everyone. This is Joe Henches with Beyond the Chart, and today is Sunday, March 16th, 2014, and this is the Trade Ideas update for the week of March 17th. So we're going to look at 7 stocks today. Primarily, we're going to focus on the 7 trade ideas that we've had from a couple of them from the previous week, and then ones we got into last week, and we're going to talk about those in terms of where we're going with them. Newmont Mining, we got in on March 5th. That's the first one. And at $24.49 in here, for trade ideas purposes, we had 10 options. We've liquidated half at our initial target, which was up in here. Specifics of this is on the Trade Ideas webpage. That is password protected. To subscribe and get the password, you simply just need to fill out the form on the webpage, your first name and email address, and then you've got access to that. And you've got the ability to download my free ebook as well. It's actually free to people who subscribe. It's for sale on Amazon. So we've got this tracking very nicely up here. It's at the top of the Keltner channel, and it's near the high for the day, near the high for the week. Now, I think it might run into some resistance based on this congestion over here. So if you take a line straight across from the middle of that congestion, it looks like around 27.5, 28. So even if this continues to track and I don't get a stop out, I'm thinking that I'm probably going to exit up into here. It just looks like a higher probability chance of running out of steam. So that's my thoughts on Newmont. And the next one that we've been in for a while, Valero, we've been in for 7 trading days. Got in on March 6th at $50.86, right in here. Very nice move. Great pop that same day. I just love that when it happens and reinforces that you were right on the trade, and you end up significantly up for the day on the day you got in. There's nothing better than that. This turned out to be a head and shoulders consolidation, sideways type of consolidation. So what this projects is when you look at the distance of the head from where it broke out of the neckline here, I'm projecting that this move has the potential to go to 60.5. Okay, so it's tracking very nicely. I'm still going to kind of run a trailing stop in case it fails to get up there, but I'm looking at thinking that it's got a real good chance of getting up there based on the way it's been acting and trading. And let me see, look at the volume. Volume's been just okay. It's been up around the 50-day average of the volume of the dotted line. So not too bad. At least it's not slacking off. And we're not getting any negative divergence that I can see. So right now, it looks like all systems go on Valero to continue tracking. All right, the next one we're going to look at is, and we also took profits on half of this, just like we did on Newmont. Newmont, we're up $495 on half the position, and Valero, we took profits on half, up $471. And then the next one is First Solar. First Solar, we got in on March 10th with puts at $55.16. Again, it initially hit our initial target, so we sold half there, and I think we only had 2 contracts here. The contracts are a little richer, so I'm also trying to target the trade ideas position size on these, just for example purposes, to be in the $1,500 to $2,000 range max. Okay, and again, if you've got a lot more money to play with, then you can scale up from there. If you've got less, then you just scale down in terms of how you're doing it. But this for example purposes, this is what I'm doing. And so for First Solar, our initial target was hit. We gained $150 on the first option, and we're going to run a stop at break even on the second option. So, once you've gained profit on half your position, there's absolutely no reason to take a loss on the second half. You can set with your broker, you can set a stop on your option itself that it will actually trigger a sell when, say, the bid price on that option gets to the price you bought it for. Okay, so it's break even. Now, that may kind of sometimes not work with where the stock's trading or something like that, but I don't care, because really the objective is you put the trade on to make money, and you've made some money. You don't need to have the second half of the position take that money away. Okay, so the objective here is to have profitable trades, and what we're trying to do with the second half is get a runner and get something that will run and go and make 3, 4, 5 times the amount of money you make on the first half. That's what we're trying to position ourselves for. Okay, so First Solar still looks like it's tracking, kind of pulled back on Friday a little bit. Volume was very low, though, on that pullback. So we'll see whether or not it's got any strength to it. When I look at it, there's still a lot of divergence that was in here. And we got this trend line in kind of a bearish type looking type of pullback in here that this could easily just roll right over and break down through that trend line. Okay, the next one we want to look at is Pandora. Pandora is similar to First Solar. We got into this on March 10th. Entry of puts at 36.20. And again, this one hit our initial target also. And we exited one option here with a $115 profit on the first option. And again, so now we have a stop at break even on the second one. We haven't gotten there. Now we had this slight little, look at these inside days. Okay, so this day here is inside the range of this day. Now this day is inside this, so tighter kind of. It almost looks like a little bit of a bearish pennant to me. Bearish because the trend is down, and then we've got this little bit of a pennant type of formation in here. And the volume again very low on the rally day. Okay, for an up day, very very low. And very bearish looking type of negative divergences on the indicators. Notice how they're all slanting down on the indicators, yet the stock had moved up. So to me, that was very bearish scenario. We'll see if it broke this trend line. We'll see if this just rolls right over. Now, but again, I'm not willing to just stay with the stock and take a loss on the second half of the trade. So, worst case, we stop ourselves out at zero. Okay, so the next one is, let's see, F5 network. F5 network, we got in here at 110.38 and bought puts. This one has not hit our initial target yet. I think that's down around here somewhere. Again, the specifics are on my Trade Ideas webpage. So the target's down around in here for half. I think there's a good chance we're going to hit that. Again, this thing has got some pretty bearish looking divergence that has shown up in the indicators, and when you get all three of these looking that way, and now you got DI minus greater than DI plus, so the selling pressure is coming in. I think there's a good chance we'll get there, and we'll see how far whether it goes or not. The next one is, and we got in on that on Thursday. The other one is MGM Resorts, which we got in on Thursday. And again, this has also got the same type of bearish divergence that's been showing up on this last leg, this last move up. Okay, so we got in here. This one has not hit our target yet either, but fairly close. I can't remember where the target is. It's down in here somewhere, probably close to the 55-day. And so we'll see. Now, the one thing, we might get a little bit of a snapback in here. We'll have to see, because this has been down for at least 1, 2, 3, 5 days in a row. So, you're starting to push your luck in terms of, getting continued down days. Excuse me. So we'll see what happens on this one. And then the last one is Facebook, which we got last but not least. Punched the wrong one. But not least, because Facebook is a great trading stock in terms of, the liquidity, the volume, the option liquidity, all of that stuff. But it has had its run, and it's broken this trend line here, and it's rolled over. We actually got in right near the close of the day. I can't remember what time it was, but it turned out that the tick, my objective for getting in, ended up being the exact low tick of the day, which bummed me out a little bit. So we closed 26 cents above the low, and I got in right at the low with the options. So we'll see what happens there, and see if we can get continued follow through on this with Facebook. So again, negative. I didn't look at that real closely. We're almost running out of time. We've got the same kind of negative divergence. That's one of the things that's been a consistent story with all of these plays, has been negative convergence. So that's it for today. Again, sign up on the website, get access to the Trade Ideas webpage, get the specifics. This has been Joe for Beyond the Chart. Thanks for stopping by, and remember, the truth is in the charts, but trading is beyond the chart. Have a great week. Talk to you Tuesday night.